Hey, hey. Hi, guys. All right. So, welcome back. This is going to be a today's topic video. This is for December the 1st. And as I mentioned to you guys, we are doing something every day from now until Christmas, where we will be pulling two winners out of the comment section. So, this is the video series where I leave comments on. You guys can type the word compassion in the comments. And then every day I will pull two winners. One will be a member and one will be a non member. But don't forget, we've also always been doing the, well, not always, but recently we've been doing a Monday winner as well. So essentially today, because this will be for December 1st, which is going to be for Monday, we'll actually have three winners. So the way I'm doing this, and guys, any of you who missed this, I found a really cool advent calendar, and I'm an 80s kid, and I was like, let's go ahead and do it this way. So let me go ahead and open up the boom box, and I think our first one, yes, for December 1st, number one is here. Hang on, let me get this out of the way. Let's pull our winners' names first. Now, I will be doing our winners' videos after this, and I'll put the free link in the description box, okay? This is still the today's topic video, so I want to go ahead and do a general storytelling, but then also list off our winners' names. So for December 1st, we have our first winner is Marie Ellen. Our second winner is Sam Bond 81. And then our Monday winner is Renee Alfine. Sorry, my writing is really awful, but those will be our winners. I will do storytellings for all three of those winners, and I will put the free link there in the description box, okay? But I'll do that after this video. So when we're done with this, you'll have to give me about 10 minutes or so, well, probably more like 15 to get the three videos or three winners stories done. But in the meantime, let's turn our attention now to what is the message for the 1st of December. So these are collective messages. It's just looking at today's topic, today's tarot topic. What energy do we have? And guys, I look forward to picking two more winners for tomorrow. I'm going to actually do another video and put it out earlier for December the 2nd, because I know people watch that are in different parts of the world. So I want to get a little ahead. So you guys will see December the 2nd will come out kind of in the morning, or I'll say probably about 8 hours from now. So we have a 7 of Wands for December the 1st. We have a King of Swords in the reverse. We have a 10 of Wands upright and a Strength card upright. Okay, so this comes across to me with that 7 of Wands, like somebody's fighting their feelings. We have a King of Swords trying to suppress either something that he knows, something he already knows to be true, and he's fighting it tooth and nail in himself, perhaps. He doesn't want to admit something that he already knows. He could be trying to just let go of something, saying, I just got to be strong. I just got to be strong. But I think it's the exact reverse of being strong. I think when you're pushing something away that you actually want, that's probably when you're at your least strong. Hey, RT. So this doesn't really look that terrific. Why is the King of Swords in the reverse like that? We've got the 2 of Swords and it is sideways, because he's blocking his truth. One thing I want to mention, the other thing I'll be doing is every day I'll be adding in one of our 80s records or CDs. And today, the one that might be associated is the Water Boys. Now, off of this album, my favorite song is You Saw the Hole of the Moon. And in that song, there's something about like, I wandered out in the world for years while you just stayed in your room. You saw the whole of the moon. It's something here about like, I don't know if that's going to track in this particular storytelling or not, or if some other song off of that album will be like the soundtrack. But I want to like kind of highlight 80s music and such also during this holiday season, just because I think there's some real bangers that we've all forgotten. And I love to support artists. But this 7 of Wands says they're blocking everything and telling themselves, oh, it's going to be fine. It's going to be better. This is great. This is just how it should be. But I don't think it's just how it should be. This looks pretty chaotic for him, in fact, especially with that 2 of Swords sideways. Whatever he's blocking, whatever he's pushing away, it's bubbling up to the surface anyway. Family account, Ivy, you angel. Thank you, babe. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. We have a 6 of Wands. We have a Knight of Swords. Okay, so the way I see this is he's trying to make a swift decision to feel more empowered. And he's telling himself, block what you know to be true and quickly go in a different direction. Rip off the band aid. It'll feel great. What is it that you're trying to leave behind? Because I don't get what you're doing here. King of Swords. Look, if he weren't a King of Swords in the reverse, I would have no problem with this. I'd be like, oh, cool. He's moving on. He's happy. He's good. But that's not what we've got. He's trying to move on from a Queen of Swords, his true pair, his match. Well, that's going to be tough. No wonder he's struggling. Three of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, Three of Wands, the Sun. He's trying to move on from his happiness, from the person he most wants to still talk to, from the person he still sees a future with, from the person that he knows unequivocally is his person. So why are you doing this? He says he needs to do this because it'll make it better. He's saying he's doing this because, it'll all make more sense. Justice. Do you feel like you did something wrong? Is that why you're trying to say, well, I can't ever be with her because I blew it? The World. It's really unfair. It's there's a new beginning and I'm not going to be a part of it. I have to start my life over. Wait, why do you think it's unfair? Loving Light Libra, welcome, sweetheart. Thank you so much. You are so kind. Welcome, babe. Just know, in our members corner, we do an extra 2-hour members only session where we do card pulls. And so we'll do that in December also. So it's a good month to be a member because you'll get to participate in that. And don't forget, guys, every week we're doing a half hour for everybody on both channels where I do card pulls also to thank you guys. We'll do that all the way up through January. So anyway, welcome. So honored to have you. That Strength card. I don't know. He's got a monkey on his shoulder, a monkey on his back. He keeps saying he's been doing something that was like very strong, but I have a hard time thinking that he did the right thing, even though he's saying something's wrong. Now I have to have a new beginning and I have to be tough about this. I still have a very strong sense, since he has the monkey on his back, that he feels like he did something that jeopardized this connection and she'll never take him back. So he's got to just move on. Eight of Swords. He's too afraid to say what his problem is. It's something that he says, I perpetually do these things. What is your big secret? Can we just see? I don't know why he's acting like this is, oh my God, the end of the line for us. Magician and the Queen of Cups. Okay, if you are a perpetual cheat, because this can be a trickster and this can be there's somebody else, then yes, you probably have lost the Queen of Swords. And if he's like, this is just how I do. And that's why I'm the King of Swords in the reverse. I'm never going to be truthful. And I've done her wrong and now I have to move on. Is that really it? Because I feel like that's all something very controllable if you love this queen and you so didn't want to move on from her. So I'm not sure that I get how that's like the monkey on your back. The thing that, well, I can't help it. I just can't stop, cheating or something. Knight of Wands says I can't stop cheating, though. Three of Cups, I always want a third party. Okay, so maybe plain and simple, that is they know that about themselves. I cheat. And I can't have an amazing queen. There's a great song. There's not an 80s track by Jadina. It's called Bambi. And in it, he's saying, this is the woman that he loves, Bambi, but he cannot be with her because, he's a lion and that's, what he's made to do. And, it wouldn't be right to be with her. And, then still in the middle of the song, it's like, I got the wedding invitation, Bambi. I'm happy that he wants to make a family, but that don't mean I won't come up there screaming your name, Bambi. It's like he wants to tear up his, her wedding because he doesn't want to see her married to somebody else, even though he knows she deserves to be with somebody other than him. And I just feel like that song is somehow appropriate here because it's like, I'm not a king of swords upright, but she's truly a queen of swords upright. And I cheat, and you can't do that with a queen of swords. And I know that. So it feels like he has decided he's got to leave her alone in order to do right by her. 10 of Wands sideways. This to me is like, and he feels bad about it. He was saying, look, it's just how it is, and I just have to let it go. I just got to be strong and let her go. I think this is him running away from his behavior or something, really. And he's not going to be able to forget this. And he's not going to be able to forget her. So hang on. Do you have a regret that you blew it with her? The Empress. Oh, God. Yes. She is the person. She is his one. She is his Bambi. Okay. She was the one, the only one he'd ever want to marry, the one, and 10 of Swords. And what's in question here is loyalty. Okay, I don't get it. I really don't get it. If you know that you admire, respect, love, she's the one, she's the one. How do you have, I mean, unless you already cheated and therefore it's like, you know what, I did my same old, but now I realize I did it to the one person on earth that I most wanted and the one person on earth that would never take me back. That I could understand. It may not be like, well, I can't be with her because I'm going to be with her but keep cheating, so I should let her go. I think this is somebody who already did do that because that was their MO. Let me ask you this. Did it change you in any way to say, I'm never going to be allowed to have her again. I blew this. I mean, you certainly seem to be taking full accountability for your actions. Did it change him in any way? We have the Emperor upright. Excuse me, sideways. I don't know upright from sideways anymore. He knows exactly what he should have been to be with her. He knows exactly who he needed to be. And there were elements of him that he's like, I could have been that person, but God damn, here we go again. We get the Prince of Swords. This impulsive, maybe it's impulse control. Maybe it's Seven of Swords. There's something about himself that he doesn't understand. He doesn't understand why he makes these insane decisions when maybe he just hadn't ever fallen for anybody before, not until her. And then it was a little too late because he didn't recognize what he was looking at, what he was feeling, what he had encountered. Maybe this is somebody who was always easy come, easy go. You know, it just, whatever. I'm not in any romantic partnership, really. I'm always a free agent. I randomly, hop into like, I feel like this is somebody who hops into intimate connections. I'm not going to call it romance. I'm going to call it intimate connections because that's what it looks like. And he doesn't even realize or understand why he does that. But unfortunately, if that was his MO and he went ahead and did that again, we see this is the one, though, that cost him the relationship with the Queen. So I'm guessing that the Queen knows. Oh, Princess of Swords. Yeah, the Queen knows. She either intuited or she spied or she can just put the puzzle pieces together. You can't put anything past a Queen of Swords. Please remember, it doesn't matter what genders we're talking about. This could have been a same-sex couple, reverse gender roles, but we certainly see him like thinking about who he should have been and wondering in himself, like, why do I operate this way? I think he worked on technicalities all the time in other relationships or whatever intimate connections where it was like, I never exactly said that I wasn't with somebody else. And I could always get away with stuff like that because it was always left murky. And so it wasn't exactly a lie because we didn't really lock it down and say we were just dating each other. And then somehow everything is like different with this. This Queen of Swords is not going to be one who's like, sure, we can have technicalities. A Queen of Swords is like, I shouldn't even have to have any doubt. You're either with me or you're not with me. A Queen of Swords has very strong boundaries. And look, a Queen of Swords, hey, if it floats her boat to, like have another partner or something like that, she'll go that road if she wants to. But the thing is, it has to be clearly defined and it has to be with her consent and it has to be like on the up and up. That's the part that you can't really get around with a Queen of Swords is not going to be somebody that you can mess about and behind their back or get off on a technicality of something that wasn't really said. And they know that. They know that. So let me just ask, why is this even coming up? Because this was them saying, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm just, having to move on, but it'll be fine. No, I think we want this deck. What does this mean for them? The whole, it'll be fine. I guess I just have to move on. King of Wands sideways and the Magician upright. It almost feels like they're trying to promise themselves, but I am going to do things different. I can never be with her. And I have to just say, I know I can't. I know I'm not allowed to be with her anymore, but I'm going to change the way I am. He could be trying to make a promise to himself that he's not going to operate this way anymore, that he's going to be different, that he wants to tap into his heart space. He wants to understand himself better with that Seven of Cups. What happens with the Queen? What about this Queen of Swords? Page of Wands. There could be somebody new coming into her world. There could be somebody that she's more interested in. The Queen of Cups. That was the person he had cheated with originally. So hang on. King of Swords sideways. 10 of Cups. You know what? This is her saying, wish you well. You can have them. Have fun with that one. You won him. Congratulations. Good luck. I'm off in a new direction. I wish them a happily cheating ever after. Bye-bye. I think it'll work. It would take a miracle. Bye-bye. Sorry. I'm thinking Billy Crystal playing the role in Princess Bride. It just feels, I don't know why I wanted to say it that way, because it's so opposite from what she's really saying here. That's great. So happy you found the person you were supposed to be with who isn't me. I hope that you're very happy with him. I'm not saying that our Queen of Swords is saying that to the Queen of Cups. I'm just saying that she releases him. I don't see him trying to go and be with that Queen of Cups that he cheated with, though. Not in this storyline. That's not even what he's doing. He's just trying to figure himself out. Why do I do these things? Why am I weirdly impulsive? Why did I blow this? This is not to give him any passes, okay? But in this storyline, I feel like this was a way he lived until blowing it with the Queen of Swords. I think he figured out too late, oh my God, this is somebody I actually have feelings for. This is somebody I'm never going to be able to forget. This is my empress. This is the person I should have been an emperor for. I don't know that he ever felt that way about anybody else. I don't know that he had the capacity to wrap his head around that. I feel like up until then, it was easy come, easy go, flirt, have some fun, say what you need to say to get, the flirting to go forward. But then I think he met somebody who was the real deal and somebody he had real feelings for. But he figured that out just a heartbeat too late, after he'd already slipped back into his typical role of, as soon as we're apart, then maybe, I have a little fling with somebody else. And then his world came crashing down, realizing that he blew it with the real person that he wanted to be with. And I think that's the big, energy here of, that's where the mistakes have been made. And that's where maybe he's starting to really want to change and understand, why have I even operated that way? Why didn't I not acknowledge that my heart felt something? I don't even know if his heart has ever been activated until now, until that Queen of Swords. But at this point, the Queen of Swords is like, bye-bye, peace out. You can be with your Queen of Cups or whomever. Where does our Queen of Swords go? Page of Cups and the Two of Cups sideways. She helped him learn a lesson, but that he was not her Two of Cups. And I think she's realizing that. I think she's realizing, you know what? I can let him go and say, good, I'm glad you end up with somebody else, wherever it's going to make you happy. If you weren't meant to be mine, great. Go be happy with someone else. You must have wanted her instead of me. So cool. But in the meantime, I think what she's really realizing is that she's going to have way bigger emotions for somebody else. Tim McGraw, you'll find a better love, strong as it ever was, deep as the morning sun, or Deep as a river runs, warm as the morning sun, but please remember me. I would say that's maybe the song for this one. She will know better love, bigger love. Her real Two of Cups, she hasn't met yet. It wasn't him. It just wasn't him. And I think she already knows that. It's like, that wasn't my big love, was it? That was somebody I could have loved, but they weren't mine. Not after all. If that's what she's realizing, that she's kind of free of this. And meanwhile, he's trying to figure himself out. I would say we don't see her heartbroken. We don't see her bitter. We see her just continuing on with life. And I think that is maybe one of the best messages that we could have here, is that she's moving on with life. All right, I'm going to leave this one here, and then I'm going to go ahead and sign off of this, but I'm going to record our 3 winners, and then that free link will be right there in the description box. So for those 3 winners, where did I put the little... It was all sparkly, and I just set it someplace, and now I don't know where I put it out of my way. In any case, I have them written down, and I will do a storytelling for those 3 winners, and that link will be right there in the description box. Give me about 15 minutes or so. You guys, thank you so much. Air Bubble, you sweetheart. Say hi to your horsies for me. Bye, you guys. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing, and I will see you guys again. Buongiorno, Christy. Oh, Brittany, thank you so much, hon. And yes, Air Bubble was spot on. Make sure that you write the word compassion in the comments, just because I won't see this chat again, and I don't want you to get cheated out of the chance to win, okay? So you'll just drop that in the comments, and that'll be available in just a minute as soon as I'm out of here. Thanks again, Loving Light Libra. Wonderful to see you, babe. Valetti, hi, babe. CDW, Dregvelo, excuse me. Aquastar Man, hey, sweetheart. Good to see you. Right back at you. Thanks for being amazing. The Soul Archetype. Hey, hey. Thank you, babe. Annette Summers V. Nani, wonderful to see you. Thank you again, family account. That was so generous of you. Thank you, babe. RT, you were first in the house, sweetheart. Thanks for being here. Manu Jones. Shout out to you in Australia. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. All right, I'll see you again shortly. Bye, Wendy.